The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
What's the fuss?
Oh, what episode is it?
Oh, man.
We probably should have figured that out before,
I thought
right?
that's what you were looking up just now.
No, it's probably episode 240. I'm putting my money on 240. No, we already did 247. 248.
That's how long?
248. Damn,
No,
are we late?
Probably not.
Wow.
I don't think. I think it's maybe 242.
Okay, whatever.
Anyways, 242 of What's Fuss podcast. My name is Rocky Soka. I'm the host of the show. With me, as always, is my producer, John Hannon.
See, when you haven't done it for weeks, you start to mess up.
Yep. John Hanan. We got Emo John in today with his Manson shirt, and we always have, well, we always want to have Chris Pizza Peisenberg Coleman.
Yep, I'm here too. Not wearing a Manson shirt. John is making a hard stance.
So, I mean, I did kind of want to talk about I guess we'll just skip straight to that.
Your shirt
first
is
of
canceled.
all, how are you guys? John, you actually got into a car accident since we last talked. Pizza, you and I have been working like dogs.
Yeah, I just been head down working, man.
Yeah, you guys are still doing Funny to Informing. That's all going great. But there's been a lot going on in the news. We had a quick hiatus. First of all, John, how are you? How's your health?
Good. I've been trying not to lose my shit, bro.
He's been real
hard.
emo, which is why he put on the Get Up today.
Yeah.
And with this Marilyn Manson news, it just makes me...
That is
Second
not how
appearance
Marilyn
from Emo
Manson
John.
people are.
It makes me so sad to hear about a pioneer in the music that I listened to growing up. When
You
I
hear
would
this?
put my
Do you hear this?
eyeliner on
I do.
and my dog
always
collars, I would listen to him in
My
my
dog
darkness.
collars.
Colors. That's just BDSM shit, bro. That's just your own personal kink.
Here's my dog's collar. If you want to put that on. She thinks she's going walkies. Look.
Oh, no.
Put that on. Go ahead.
Teased her up nice.
So, Chris, here, I'll ask
I'm
you.
good.
Since
I'm just
John,
gaslighting over here.
since John's doing that. All right. So I'm a huge Marilyn Manson fan.
Oh, I thought you were just going to end it there.
No, I am.
You are huge.
Fuck you,
Go
man.
on. The same. We're
I'm
both
getting
huge. It's
thinner.
fine.
I've
I
been
know.
getting a lot of
You're
steps in.
less
I'll show
huge,
you.
and we appreciate it.
I'll show you my steps. Where's it at? I got my step counter here. Here, we're already at
You gonna show me-
3,000 steps, and I haven't done shit
Gonna
today.
show me your goose step?
Oh, the other day I got 20,000 steps, bro. Goose step.
Goose step.
You're a Nazi, aren't you? Anyway, so can you? Oh my God,
No, I'm
John,
not.
you look like a girl I would have dated in high school. Wow,
Which
my
speaks a
God,
lot to your
I'd like
taste
to
in
tuck
women in
your
high
hair
school.
behind your ear.
Oh, man.
Oh my Lord, you kind of look pretty. Anyways,
you.
I feel
so
uncomfortable.
See, I don't care so much about what happened with Marilyn Manson, but Emo John is very
You
devastated.
look like you're about to sing, "He was the skater boy. I said see you later, boy."
He wasn't good enough
for her.
Dude, I love me some Avril too. She's a
I do
cutie
too.
patootie.
Look, I'm not gonna.
I hope
hate.
she never does any weird shit like this. Let me get back to
Yeah,
the
Marilyn
picture.
Manson's been living out his sweet dreams.
So check this out. All right, you're not allowed to sexually abuse your partner. You're not allowed to do that
anymore.
You sound upset.
No, I mean, I'm just saying. In the
sound
50s,
super bummed.
back in the 50s, you just punched your wife.
When did
told
that
her
become
how it
official?
was.
I don't
mean,
know
I don't know,
about
but that was a
that.
thing. Like,
What,
right?
did it go on record? Was there an official date that happened? Because I didn't hear that.
No.
What?
When did the world get woke?
When did we stop whooping people our wives' ass? I don't know. I think it still happens sometimes. Unfortunately,
It
it's
does.
not good.
It's sad.
Well,
Captain Obvious found
I
out
make-
about last year.
armed women can't be victims. Anyway, so Marilyn Manson, yeah, he got accused of some sketchy shit, and I haven't seen the actual full thing, and I can't find the report here now. But he basically got accused of going too far in the bedroom. His ex-lover has gone to the FBI about it.
Yeah, I heard just recently reported on our show that now, since the whole social media canceling has happened, now the police are involved with the investigation.
Well, I don't know. Again, I don't have that in front of me now, so I'm just going to skip to the question that I really wanted to ask is, can you separate? We've had this conversation before.
Go ahead. I know where you're going.
Well, can you separate the art from the artist, even if you don't like the actual person? Can you be like, well, Antichrist Superstar was just a fucking great record?
For me personally, abso-fucking-lutely. Like, I don't have to necessarily like someone personally to like what they're doing artistically.
I do it all the time with political bands. Go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I mean, it might be reluctantly, but I agree. It's one of those things where I separate them. I don't,
It
put
doesn't-
any personal attachment to who they are as a
It doesn't take
person.
away from like the fact that Michael Jackson's music was iconic, or Marilyn, if you like Marilyn Manson's any of his stuff. And I was never like one of these guys, these John Hannons, like to this level. But I mean, I definitely had his first album and appreciated it, and definitely some of his stuff. But pretty much all the people, you can break it down and go all the way back to Walt Disney. Were you not gonna people who are
Wasn't
huge
he like
Disney fans?
A tad racist.
Is very racist, anti-Semitic, very anti-Semitic, and probably I could be speculating, but it wouldn't surprise me if he was a bit of a womanizer. He was back in those days when you could just beat your wife and tell her to make you dinner,
Like a Bing Crosby type.
right?
I don't know.
Is that true? What?
Yeah,
Well,
Bing Crosby.
Yeah, Bing Crosby was like known for.
or no,
Was
being
he?
I think it was with his kids,
The wife
maybe.
beater? Was
I
he
think
the
it was a
football
kid
player
beater.
that knocked
He
his
was a
wife
real-
out in the elevator. Is that
Ray Rice.
Oh, Ray Rice. That's another one.
That's
Well,
another one.
there's all kinds of shit like this.
I think he went back to pick up her shoe. He
There-
knocked
He
did.
her the fuck out
He
and
did.
went.
OJ murdered a woman
Right.
You see?
and her date. If I don't know,
Yeah, her
Ron
lover.
Goldman.
Yeah.
Like
well,
the pool boy or whatever he was.
there's so
He
as
was a server. God, give the guy credit.
this is one of those things. Like, all right, so a lot of people are mad at Eminem for records that he put out 20 years ago. And they're, still bummed about him talking about the raping his mom thing and all this
Right,
other
right,
stuff.
right.
There's so many things.
Killing his wife.
So this is not. So that was art like put out on a record.
Right.
That was for musical
Right.
intent, which I think we should. And Marilyn Manson, that's his main thing. Was Republicans back in the 90s. I don't know if you remember, but they were really going after him about his lyrics and his looks and
yeah.
all that shit like
The
that.
housewives,
so
the
that's his
Karens,
main
the
thing.
religious
now,
right.
I can forgive you for what you say in a record or whatever, but now when we get into the physical world,
Right.
I don't know where I stand on
Well,
that.
that's the thing. I don't have to forgive him. Like, it's not, for one, that's not up to me. Like, I'm like, his forgiveness from me doesn't, you know what I mean? Him,
Yeah.
R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, any
You're
of
not
these people.
invested in the music though.
Right.
Is there a band that you are super into that had a controversy like that? Like the only thing that I can think of, well, just right off the bat, is Newfound Glory. Their old guitarist,
Right.
He was accused of basically talking to underage girls, and they kicked his ass out of the band so damn fast.
As
Then
they
they wrote
should
a
have.
record about it, and then
Even
they
better.
literally physically edited him out of every video on
Right,
the
that's-
internet.
that's
like,
awesome. But it doesn't. Does that change if you go back and listen to the music that they recorded with that drummer? Do you go tainted because this drummer?
It was,
No,
it
you
was the
can't.
guitarist, Steve.
Because
or guitarist, whatever.
Whatever.
Because
It doesn't matter.
If you think about it, like on the other side of the coin, if you don't separate the music and the artist, let's say he does that shit and you like his music, but you refuse to separate the two, then you might start defending people like that because you like their music
See,
so much
that's-
that
John,
that it's
Right.
you are
It's like,
onto
whoa.
something. So
That's a
does
form of
that
extremism.
does that mean that you think that this behavior is acceptable? If, like, let's say that I mean,
No, and again, if these people get canceled because they're they're outed for doing terrible shit, as much as I love their body of work, if they get canceled, I'm not like, don't cancel them over it. I'm just like, well, that's a shame.
I don't think
Maybe
we
you
should
should've-
cancel people.
Yeah, the canceling has become too much. Absolutely.
So there's some people that obviously we just can't tolerate anymore. Some people do things that, and I'm trying to. Harvey Weinstein, for instance, he did stuff so bad that literally the entire world was like, no, we're not. We're not dealing
You're
with you
just done.
anymore.
Right.
So
Unanimously,
in those
yep.
cases, I
What,
don't
you
think
jack off on plants? Get
Well,
the fuck out of here.
I'm more talking about like a comedian said a joke 10 years ago. Bill Burr says something about, whatever.
Happens all the time.
Something, anti-feminist or whatever. What are we canceling Bill Burr now? The world can't do without him.
Well, Kevin Hart had a similar thing, and he made it out just fine. It was it Kevin Hart or Tracy Morgan? I think it was Tracy Morgan. No,
Tracy Morgan flipped his fucking limo.
No, but Kevin Hart had something like a tweet
cheated
from
on his
8
wife.
or 10 years ago where he said if his son was ever gay, he'd stab him, and it was in the form of a
yeah.
joke. It wasn't like he said if my son's gay, I'm stabbing him. It was like it was all in the form of a joke, but the long and short of it was if my son's gay, I'll hit him, or I hit him with a dollhouse or something. It was a fucking funny joke, and it's like, and he came out in his most
was
recent
just thinking
special
that's not funny.
and said when you hear it in context, I appreciate it, but he came out in his most recent special and addressed it, and I don't disagree with him. It was a joke, and words said are different than acts done. So like you said,
Yeah, I don't think he's
Marilyn Manson's
homophobic.
acts or Weinstein's acts that they've done against people are far different than words Eminem has said or a joke Kevin Hart made or whatever.
Well, I'm wondering so here's the thing with sexual allegations is obviously you have to take them seriously because honestly, this is traumatizing for the people involved, the victims, if you will. So, but also at the same time, I'm wondering if this is something that was kind of, some sexual act gone too far. Well, I guess we'll have to wait until this actually hits a courtroom.
Because
But
I've heard a lot
Yeah,
of
because you have to be cautious about the cancellation too, in case it's inaccurate
well,
information.
everyone's innocent until
Justin
proven
Bieber,
guilty,
Chris
right?
D'Elia, they were
Yeah.
able to come out with Justin Bieber's worked a lot better. But Chris D'Elia did the same thing. I guess
D'Elia just came out and admitted he had a problem.
Yeah.
And he just needs to work on it.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, no, I saw that this week.
I'm very interested
Came out
to
and
see
admitted.
that.
Yep.
I'm very interested.
He's been
to see
silent
that.
on social media since all that came out, and he just came out this week and said admitted.
Justin Bieber flat out had like printouts of like his hotel room stays. I wasn't even in that city that day. Here's the fucking here's a receipt from McDonald's.
That's what you need nowadays. You're
receipts.
guilty until proven innocent.
You need receipts, bro. Patrice O'Neal said it best. He gets receipts everywhere he goes because every half hour, because half hour is enough time for a black man to kill a white woman.
You know what?
And if you don't have a receipt, he's just he makes himself memorable. Calls the shopkeeper an asshole and goes, "That's right. Remember my face."
I know that you do a little thing on Funny to Informing called "What's Up, Doc."
Yes.
There's a Patrice O'Neal documentary.
What?
Yeah, there is, and it's very, very funny. It leaves out a lot of important stuff, though. A lot of Opie and Anthony stuff. A lot of if you read the comment section, it'll say it. But it's heartwarming.
You guys know how his diabetes was discovered, right? I think you do.
No,
I have no idea.
Okay, so he had diabetes, and it's funny that we're talking about cancellations in art and artists, and R. Kelly's one of those canceled artists and all that, fallen from grace. He was, I guess, one of his kinks that he enjoyed was peeing on consenting adult women.
Brazilians.
I don't know.
They used to go to Brazil all the time and fuck hookers.
But I guess he was into, part of the deal was like peeing, or maybe his partner was into it. And anyway, long story short, she got peed on by him, and some got in her mouth and said it tasted like birthday cake. And apparently that's one of the signs. If you have super sweet urine, it can be due to your glucose. He went to the fucking doctor, or somebody heard that, and he heard that could be a side effect. He went to the doctor. They diagnosed his diabetes.
That's a hell of a way to find out.
I hear
That's
that you
crazy,
can make
right?
whiskey out of diabetic piss because there's so much sugar in it. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
You know that Tom Green "Feel Your Balls" song? There should be a "Taste Your Pee" song.
Taste your pee song.
Hey kids, taste your pee.
Taste your pee.
So you don't get
sweet.
diabetes.
I don't know.
say?
I was gonna put it to the do your balls hang low or whatever it is.
1877 cars for kids. I'm sorry, dude. Get that song stuck in people's heads, bro. What were you gonna say though, John? Just a minute ago.
No, with shit like this when
Something
it comes
about
out, or
peas.
like Patrice O'Neal and his kink, or you find out that Marilyn Manson has a rape room. You know, it brings out these weirdos.
Is that what it was? Did you read the story?
Yeah, John.
Yeah,
John mentioned that. Yeah.
Yeah,
on our
he-
show.
Que
We
pasa?
talked
Give me
about
the skivvy.
He would make a joke, giving people like a tour of his house, and he was like, "Oh, that's my rape room," and he. It was. He thought it was like being ironic.
If he
like,
didn't show you,
it's
they
funny.
would just laugh it off.
Yeah, and people don't think it's serious, but he knows in the back of his head it is serious.
Well, if you have that room and somebody's willing to go in there and get strapped in, there's a lot of like BDSM kind of stuff or whatever going on. But there's a fine line between use and abuse. And
that's the thing. Some people are claiming assault, and some people are like, "I need to find out where Marilyn Manson lives, and we need to get it on."
Wow.
Right.
And
I
then
need to say it's
this,
that diabetic pee-pee.
and this excites the weirdos.
One of the weirdest stories in that Marilyn Manson book, Antichrist Superstar, which I read when I was a fucking kid. Shouldn't have done that. More disturbing than the NoFX autobiography, Hepatitis Bathtub. But in one of those
Awesome titles.
one of those stories that he has in that book, they're peeing on this blind woman. She's a huge fan of the band Marilyn Manson. She comes to the concert, and they all get in the shower and they're peeing on her. And
Sounds
they're
like
peeing.
the setup to a joke.
They're peeing
punchline.
in her eyes.
Piss
and
on a
she's
blind
like-
woman and
she's
tell
like-
her it's raining.
Well, she's like,
That's what
I'm
Texas is
blind. I
saying.
can still feel you peeing in my eyes. They're all like doing that. It was I don't know. It's a weird book.
That is weird.
So I'm not surprised
To
that he
each
has a
their
rape
own.
room because I read the book when I was in 5th grade. So I know that
Well,
he's a
dude's-
weirdo.
It's the allegations I guess abound, and then I read a story on our show right after, actually that same week, that said he had come out. So I guess all this stuff happened with Evan Rachel Wood, supposedly 10, 12 years ago.
The age difference is another factor. Of
Well,
it.
yeah, that's creepy too. But he came out at a concert, I think somewhere in Texas in like 2015, and brought a letter written to him by his ex or his girlfriend at the time, who we were thinking maybe Evan Rachel Wood. He didn't say who it was, but he's like, I want to read you guys this letter, and he starts reading this shit, and it all, now that we have the info that we have, at the time
don't
people
like
were
the way
like,
that you
oh, it's
fucked
just
mine.
it's just for shock, and then as he reads this stuff, and it's the same allegations that are levied against him now, you're like, holy shit, that was like a glimpse into the realness.
Wow.
And he kind of mocks
So-
it, laughs at it, rips it up, and then goes on to play a song.
What kind of things are we talking about here without getting just too like
I
do we
think
know?
Evan Rachel Wood claims that he was grooming her, from a young age because they got together
That's disgusting.
when she was 18 and he was like 32 or something.
Yeah,
good little
something like
gap
that.
there.
Big
and,
age gap.
She was just grooming him, or he was grooming her to to take this as like second nature. Like that's, I guess, what they mean by grooming, right? Is that like you're just like training them to think this is like to think negging is normal.
That's one of the big reasons
to gaslighting.
I don't know what negging.
Negging is just like knocking a woman's self-esteem down to have power over her.
I think my girlfriend negs me.
Okay, well, like I said, knocking a woman down.
Okay,
she's good at that. You can call the police. It's domestic
You've lost some weight,
violence.
but you still got some titties, dude.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I
still
see
got
him.
titties. Jesus
No,
Christ,
like
I'm not
with
in
this,
good shape.
have you guys noticed that like the cancellation aspect of everything has like taken a different form where it's like
You run
now
out of shit to do.
Bam wants to boycott
Jackass 4.
Maybe
He does, then
maybe
he
it's not.
doesn't, then he does, then he
Yeah,
doesn't.
so it's not cancellations. It's like these boycotts where it's like Dave Chappelle was boycotting.
Oh, yeah.
Netflix for the Chappelle Show to get the rights back. Bam's doing the same thing. I've heard like
Bam's
two other
being
people
a
doing this.
crybaby, and I love Bam to death. He's being a crybaby and a
guy's bad
drug
off.
addict on
Yeah.
Instagram.
He needs help.
Everybody keeps like celebrities keep trying to say, "Oh, don't watch this documentary or this thing about me
Right,
or
don't
whatever."
support it.
You
Yeah,
can't
I don't know
tell
where that
people
came
what
from.
to do.
Well, I don't.
And
It worked in
also-
Dave Chappelle's case. He told people do not watch because he wanted it on Netflix and he wanted the rights to his own show. And he told his fans, don't. They took it off Netflix. Comedy Central won't give me the rights to it. Do not watch it on Comedy Central. Let them see by numbers, by actual numbers to their advertisers, what it will affect if they don't bow to me. Within 2 weeks, Comedy Central called him and said, "You have the rights to all your shit." It's back on Netflix now.
Well, that's one rare case that kind of works out.
Because
But
that
what
was for the good.
What we've talked about in the past is that you can't give in to a lot of these people because they will just find the next thing. Because it's not about you. It's just about winning and telling people what to do and bossing people around.
Virtue
and-
signaling too.
Yeah, that's what it is. So it doesn't. So that's why you never bow to them. Is because 2 weeks later they will forget about you, whether they've won or lost, and
Right.
they will move on to something else. That's why
Absolutely.
you never ever change yourself because it's not about you in the first place.
It's the next
It's
cause.
just about
Yeah.
their control.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a control thing at the end of the day, right?
It's a super
It's
weird
it's a
thing.
selfish, I want attention on me. So to get attention on myself, I'll highlight how good I am or how much better I am than this other thing. So ban it and support me and blah, blah, blah.
It's a lot of finger pointing
selfish.
while your fingers are dirty, like
False
it's a lot of
altruism.
look over, it's a red herring as they call it. Red herring, like look over there, don't look at me.
Yeah, the blame game.
Do you know how red herring became a saying?
Did we discuss that on this show?
We may have.
We look up some of these sometimes. We look
may
up a
have.
couple of these. I don't remember if we looked up blowing smoke up your ass. I know that.
Yeah.
And we
Yes.
talked about red herring, but I don't know if it was on the show. It's been a long time.
It's one of those
Been a
things
long
I know
time.
I know it.
I shouldn't
Should
have
have
left
left
you,
you.
But I don't
without a
rem-
podcast. Step 2.
I don't remember. I don't
Okay,
remember.
so red
what
herring
it is.
basically, when people were on the run, they used to get off the trail for a little bit and they would draw a fish in the sand, hoping that the dogs would smell the fish and get off their trail. Yeah.
Draw
yeah.
a fish in the sand. Dog, how does dog? How did,
if they were on a trail going somewhere, they would go like away from the trail a little bit and draw a fish in the sand, hoping that the dogs on their trail would smell the fish and whatever.
so they would bury an actual fish?
Nope, they would draw a fish in the sand, hoping that the dogs.
Why will the dog smell
exactly?
a drawing?
It's just pointing
So
you in a
it's
different
stupid.
direction. Yeah,
Okay,
it
so
is.
it's dumb as fuck too.
Don't call
and
Indians
it
stupid.
doesn't work.
You
Okay,
just called
cool.
Indian people stupid.
Whoa!
If
I
you're
love
drawing-
You
people
said
from
their
the
nipples are
subcontinent.
much larger than white women. I heard
Whoa,
you say that.
whoa.
I heard you.
It's not exclusive, but if you're drawing fish for the smell of it, you're a fucking moron.
Why are you drawing that fish? For the smell of it. If you find that guy in the woods, just keep walking. It's not going to be a good ending.
You guys smell like fish. Do you guys want to
don't know.
hear what kind of story you guys want to hear? Something.
Oh, I got a couple headlines.
fun.
Look at that.
I
brought some.
I have a ton of them, but I'm just saying. Do you guys want to hear something funny, something ironic, something cool?
I got a
something
funny one.
Bad.
The stage design for the Republican convention they just held had a bunch of looked like Nazi symbols and
Oh, I was
SS
hoping it was a
platoon.
wiener.
Nope.
Is it like the stage
So
itself?
supposedly, I'm not.
Looks a little
It looks.
Nazi-ish
It
to
doesn't
me.
look very Nazi-ish to me.
No,
there,
it does.
Right?
It looks a little Nazi-ish to me. It looks like that
Nazi
eagle.
symbol used by World War II SS platoon. I
It
don't
looks
know what
like that
symbol
eagle.
that is. Is
I'm
it
not
that
putting
star?
that up on Instagram.
That's silly.
Oh my
It doesn't
god!
look-
It has a sign over the top saying it's the Swastika Club.
Oh,
Wow.
That's what it is. I didn't see
Brutal.
that. I had to zoom.
Yeah, that's a little much.
That's a
I'll throw
silly
that
one.
up
We
on
lost
What's the Fuss.
video.
Oh, it happens.
Bollocks.
Before we go, the Simpsons guy that basically did the Black Doctor, Dr. Hibbert, they've canceled him.
Oh,
and
my God.
It's a white guy that you can't play black person. Yeah, he's been speaking of cancellation.
These are stupid, dude.
Dude, first Aunt Jemima, now this. There's more to come. There's already Apu they took off because a white guy.
Yeah,
did
no, that was the
voice.
first
Oh,
because
yeah,
of the
it's a
problem with
different guy.
Apu.
The Simpsons are going to go through their whole cast. cast. Bart
Yeah.
Simpson being played by a female.
You
is
can't,
gonna-
you can't play a male.
Dude, I could get it if it's a white guy playing a black guy in blackface. Okay, cool, not cool. It's a fucking voice, dude, and they just happen to draw a character black. And Dr. Hibbert, I'm sorry, never
He's a great
sounded
character.
stereotypically black.
No,
he has
he's
a
the
very
smartest person on the fucking
and he has a very but he has a very recognizable voice. But I wouldn't say it was black or white. I wouldn't hear it and go, "That's a black guy" or "That's a white guy."
No,
I'd just
he
go,
didn't have,
"That's
like-
Dr. fucking Hibbert." It's like Dr. Nick. Hello, everybody.
That was more stereotypical.
What are you gonna fucking now he's canceled too?
Senor
He wasn't
Ding
an
Dong.
Armenian guy, so you got
Senor
to
Ding
cancel
Dong
him.
was fucking hilarious, and he was
That's
Mexican.
Pretty outrageous.
Yeah,
Sideshow
it is-
Mel is actually canceled. They went back to Sideshow Bob.
Well, dude, I think it's ridiculous. I love The Simpsons growing up. Just
Same.
looking around, I have like Simpsons memorabilia and stuff. John, you actually got me a Simpsons chessboard for Christmas or my birthday. My
Yeah,
birthday or
yeah, I think
Christmas?
it was for your birthday.
Yeah, so like people know I fucking love The Simpsons. I'm a huge
you
fan.
do? I
and it's
forgot
just
about your memorabilia.
It's different now.
Is the Duff beer? Oh no, that's energy drink.
That's a Duff beer. I have some
Flaming
other
Mo in a
Simpsons-
can. He's got
yeah,
Duff
there's-
beer there and then Flaming Mo's in a can.
Yeah, I just shoved a bunch of shit in that. Honestly, I just cleaned out a storage unit. Anyway, so this-
Flaming Mo, newest thing to be canceled by
Flaming Mo.
LGBTQ plus QRS.
You're a flaming Mo. I
know.
So we're gonna go to break. We do have permission from this band to play this song.
I'll put it in the description
Yeah.
as best I can.
Shout out to the Supervillains. We love you guys. I'm a huge fan. I'll figure out what song to play in the break.
They've been
but-
playing shows again too at back in Sanford.
Yeah,
lately,
and
so go
dude,
check them out if they've
as
seen them
things
post.
open up.
Yep.
Scott's got like a fucking ranch out somewhere in the.
I keep seeing him post
sticks,
hunting
dude.
and fishing and
He's got-
gatoring and shit. Whatever.
Yeah, dude, he's
Gatoring.
got like his own veggies and stuff, man. That's the life, bro. I saw him. The worst thing that happened to him in the last few weeks is he fell out of a fucking hammock.
Rough.
Must be nice.
Rough.
Must be nice. Anyways, you're gonna hear the Supervillains. We'll be back in just a minute.
Little girl, are you out of your mind? Whoa, you can't turn all your corners in the blind. Whoa, well, I've seen that girl at the show with bobbing her head. You're in the crowd, spilling your drinks instead. Whoa, well, I'm fine for being alone. I know it's all my fault. Why couldn't you figure it out? You've got a nice body, but it's how you act that's ugly. Why couldn't you figure it out? So don't call me today. I got nothing to say. I'm gonna screen my calls anyway. So don't leave a message. I promise I'm not gonna call back. Little girl, are you out of your mind? Whoa, you can't turn all your corners in that mind. Whoa, well, I've seen that girl at the show with the streaks in her hair. You're in the crowd, nipple tape everywhere. Whoa, I'm fine for being alone. I know it's all my fault. Why couldn't you figure it out? Now you will never compare to the girl who was never there. Why couldn't you figure it out? So don't call me today. I got nothing to say. I'm gonna screen my calls anyway. So don't leave a message. I promise I'm not gonna call back. You used to be like me. I had your guarantee. I want my money back. I want my fucking money back. I had you pay full price for admission. And now I want my money back. I want my fucking money back. So don't call me today.
and all that stuff.
Episode 240.
240 something.
240 something.
Oh, yeah,
What's the Fuss
240 something.
podcast? 240 something.
Good time to do
Yep.
that number of a show.
Oh crap! Where's my phone? That's got all my stuff. Okay, I got it. I'm ready to go. Sorry,
Unimportant.
guys.
Unimportant.
We're a little out of it today.
I told you I had a couple stories. I wanted to drop this one because I should have dropped it on the last segment when we were talking about it, but I forgot I had this pulled back. James Franco settles sexual misconduct lawsuit. Did you guys hear that?
Wow, no, I didn't know that.
I think I remember hearing something about that, but yeah, apparently he settled it.
Jesus, man.
I'm trying to see if they put any numbers on here. He was accused of.
Imagine when you have sex as much as James Franco.
Yeah, right. Well,
Some of them are going to be less than not awkward.
They tried to throw some of the stuff at Aziz too, and I think he kind of tried to sidestep it. I haven't heard much since then.
Back. Yeah, he went underground.
It says he was accused by students of putting them in gratuitous and exploitative sexual situations.
Students, several.
Students, yes,
And
plural.
So that's
exploitative
when-
scenarios.
Exploitative scenarios,
That
sexual
adds
situations.
that adds a
students,
little
it was
to your
enough
story.
that the students filed a class action lawsuit saying Franco pushed the class into performing intimate and explicit sex scenes in a quote orgy type setting, something that went way beyond the pale of shooting such scenes. He was teaching like an acting thing at one of his colleges. He's
So I
graduated
need
from.
you to like put your dick in her ass.
It's okay. It was a master class on sex scenes. That's what the class was.
Oh, what?
But
Well,
both,
don't you have a cock sock on?
both sides announced the settlement. Announced the settlement to the trial judge, although the terms of the agreement were not disclosed. Specifically, there's no mention of money. Franco opened the school in 2014 and shut it down in 2017.
If you've ever bought a bong in Daytona Beach,
Check.
they give you this
James Franco dick?
foamy thing to go around the bong. And that's what they give you
Oh,
in
it's bubble
sex
wrap.
scenes. No, not bubble wrap. It's
Everything
like this
I've ever
foamy,
bought.
pillowy bag with a drawstring. And that's what they give you in
Oh,
sex
like a Crown
scenes.
Royal bag for your bong.
But yeah, puffier.
Crown Royal bong bag.
Why would he be doing stuff without like the proper,
Well, it
That's a
didn't,
good point,
holder?
it
yeah.
didn't
You need
allege
a-
that
you
he
need a
wasn't.
cock
It
block.
just said it was going too far. So who knows? But again, to me, too far is different than too far to John or you or anyone else,
This
right?
was-
All of
I
our
don't
too fars
know
are
if I
different.
have a too far.
I figured you don't.
Yeah, that is such a
Too
subjective
far is
thing.
fingers in a laundry room. I'll tell you that.
Listen here. I was
If history tells us anything,
2 fingers too far.
2 fingers too far.
2 fingers like a player.
Smelled like a red herring.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That was too far. I
Wow,
apologize.
dude. That was so funny.
You really have to like.
When I was 12, a girl molested me.
Listen to the archives. We went over this.
You have to when you're going into a class like that, and you know you're signing up for a class like that.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't
leave that
know.
shit at the
See,
door.
that goes at the same thing with you when you're in a relationship with Marilyn Manson. You pretty much know you're going to get. Well, sometimes you don't. You know what you're signing up for.
Truth.
And maybe some of these people weren't asking for it. Maybe some of these people were just put in the situation and afraid to say no. Or like I don't know
Well,
how.
yeah,
I don't.
'cause-
I wasn't there.
It's
Right,
like
exactly.
You can't always agree on the same kinks. It's like Marilyn Manson's
Yeah.
like, let's go fuck each other in the pool. I'll go get the toaster.
Well, if I was an
like, no.
18-year-old and I was like, I'm going to start dating Marilyn Manson, I mean, first of all, there's going to be a lot of red flags. I imagine his house is pretty fucking
I mean,
cool.
his face is the first red flag.
Red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
I want to fuck a moon-faced pale boy.
at
No,
one
I'm good on
point,
that.
There
With
was
old
one,
black eyes. No,
The head coach is challenging the play.
I
There's-
don't want to fuck Jack Skellington. Thanks.
There's an interview with Marilyn Manson in a very, very young age. This must have been in the 90s, and maybe it was Nardwuar or something like that. It was an interview, and I'm not gonna lie. So this is back when everybody was wearing baggy clothes. He was wearing pretty tight. He looked like a fucking metal skater. He had like a medium-sized shirt on with like skinny
skater. It's
jeans.
like the shittiest
when
RoboCop
everybody was
ever.
wearing JNCOs, he was wearing skinny jeans and fuck. He
Okay.
looked cool as fuck, and I'm not gonna lie. He looked really handsome. He looks a lot like that chef. Do you know Nat's What I Reckon?
Huh?
That's what I reckon.
Never
The
heard
chef,
of it.
the Australian. You don't know the Australian chef that's funny as fuck? You guys don't have Facebook. You don't have Facebook.
I don't have Facebook.
I thought he sneezed.
Motherfucker.
I was like, God bless you.
Good day. Good day and God bless you.
I'm going to have to educate
Good morning.
you
And in case I don't
'cause-
see you, good
Quite a
afternoon, good
good
evening, and
chef.
good night. Good day, mate.
Well,
Good cooker, isn't it?
Isn't it?
sorry.
Naturally, he's Australian.
Dude, it's fucking really cool. Anyways, so what the hell was I
He
getting
keeps
at?
his pots down under the stove.
Down under. Anyways,
Joey.
Marilyn Manson was at one
Wait,
point a
no,
good-looking dude.
that's not
Now
right.
he's really fat. Now, I mean, not really. He's lost weight.
know.
He and Johnny Depp. They're an odd
Both
couple.
falling apart.
They're
Yeah.
an odd couple. Falling
Yeah.
apart literally. They're missing
Financially
digits. They're missing
and-
digits. That's a weird thing too. That did you hear that? Like, I don't have the shit in front of me. I didn't expect to be talking about this, but that Amber Rose chick or whatever the fuck. It turns out that she was actually in the wrong, and he's like going to win this lawsuit. and,
Amber
like,
Heard.
or whatever.
Heard that.
was with
Heard that.
Wiz Khalifa.
There, I was
Oh,
going to say
was
the
it?
black supermodel chick with the big ass. Yeah.
And what's her name? Jessica something Rose. Rose McGowan
Yeah.
was with Marilyn Manson.
It all
Look
comes
at all
back
these
to Rose.
roses.
Oh.
I have a tattoo of a rose.
Rose.
That's for my dead
Your
mother.
next victim.
The
Yes.
exorcism of Emily Rose, crazy bitch, would have liked to fuck
Exorcism,
Marilyn.
Manson, 6 degrees of gaslighting Manson.
Manson.
We just figured it out.
In his mansion.
Manson Mansion.
My favorite
in
band-
Maryland.
My favorite
Maryland
one of my,
mansions.
One of my favorite bands, the Wonder Years. They have a song called Mellow Rose Diner.
The Yellow Rose of Texas.
That's what that is.
I figured.
Motherfucker. We already
Tie a
talked
yellow
about
ribbon
that.
around the old oak tree.
Go ahead.
Yellow
Do you know
by
the rest?
Coldplay.
Do you know the rest?
No, I'm
Yellow by Coldplay.
Yellow snow. Don't eat yellow snow. If you do and it tastes like cake, check for diabetes. Full
I
circle.
like it. Go.
Full circle. Patrice O'Neill of piss jokes.
We should get a diabetic and an ice machine and just start making some
make some shaved
money.
ice. Yeah, we'll just be the good mythical morning of piss.
Wow.
Seems
I
like
think that's
endless
a,
punchlines.
A good idea. You guys want to move on? I think we should. Okay, so there's
Jinx.
a bunch
Jinx,
of shit that I have. You
you
guys
owe me
already
a
talked
podcast.
about the Tiger Woods thing on the other on your show. Funny
No,
for me.
what happened?
So we'll skip that. He died. So there is a
Wow.
few things. So all right. So there's this
Helicopter crash?
I have this weird video up on the What's the Fuss Facebook page. What if you just go on What's the Fuss Facebook or
I haven't
whatever?
seen it.
There's a dude that gets shot 12 times, and he's still coming after the cop
Jeez.
with a 2x4.
No
Did you
shit.
see it?
This video like broke the internet for a
Oh,
second.
yeah, Lady Gaga's dog walker?
Poor
Yeah.
Bad news.
Almost, like, but like
12
times 3 or 4,
Okay,
bro.
okay.
Did she get shot multiple times?
He got shot, I think, 4 times. But anyway, that's why I was making that joke.
Well, no, we can scoot on over. So Lady Gaga's dog
Lady Gaga's
'cause I
dog
haven't
walker
heard that-
got shot only 5 fewer times than 50 Cent.
Wow.
And lived.
So she was
He's
walking,
like 20 Cent.
she was walking Miss Gaga's dogs.
Gaga's. Yep.
And someone
Tried-
walked up to her and shoot. How the
Walked
fuck
up
does
to
this
him
even happen?
And attempted to rob him of the dogs and
Why?
shot him 4 times in the altercation
Whoever in the world shoots a person for
dogs.
How do you know?
French bulldogs.
Do they know that
Well,
it
now,
was?
okay, so now the story has come
Sounds
out.
way too inside.
That, well, at first, that's what everybody thought, right? Well, you get the dogs, you hold them for ransom, and then you get $500,000, which is what she's willing to pay to get her dogs
Say,
back.
hey, Gaga, pay me.
And she is going to pay that to the person who found her dogs. But now they're speculating that the person who robbed her dog walker had no idea the dogs he was stealing.
Bullshit.
I don't know
So,
why.
I don't know.
I don't know why.
Shenanigans.
Of all the things you can steal
Actually,
from people.
no. Here's the thing. No, if I was going to set up a thing, I would not tell my friend, go ahead and actually shoot me. So never mind. I'm taking
right.
my last.
You're thinking it's
thing
like a
out of
Juicy
it.
Sommelier scenario.
No,
Where it's like a
Jesus.
personally
was
set
this
up.
2 white guys in MAGA hats? I know it was. Those guys are
It
everywhere.
was 3 a.m. Boston. I was coming from Subway. They stole they stole Gaga's dogs.
No, but this
I was in the middle of Compton and fucking 2 white guys in MAGA hats. No, I'm sorry.
this guy though was walking towards the officer. Yeah,
With
he
a
got shot.
2x4.
yeah.
He hit the cop with a 2x4 and broke it over the cop's hand.
After he got shot 12 times?
No. So he's what this is what had happened, and I'll summarize for you because I don't really feel like reading this insane story again. It is riddled with ads,
Bullet holes.
Shit. So there's
Facts.
this dude, and the video starts with a guy in his car who's clearly been there a little bit and watched this whole incident unfold. So he takes this fucking thing out. It's the commentary is there's a lot of curse words or whatever.
Some of it's unintelligible. He's screaming.
Yeah,
Right,
oh,
right,
well,
right.
dude, they're firing bullets. Holy
Yeah, of
crap!
course,
And those
right.
are fucking 9mm rounds, most likely hollow tip. If I was an officer, you can go shut the blinds if you want to.
Dude, is that bothering you guys too? Or
No,
just-
you're
I've been
right
looking
in
at
the
it
lake
all
view.
day. What are you talking about?
there is a glare.
Well, then go
beaming
shut the blinds.
off of the lake.
So,
Every
anyways, this dude is basically he's been in a traffic altercation with someone else. The cops show up, and he's armed himself with a dirty 2x4, and he's literally hitting police officer with a fucking
Holy
2x4.
shit, it's like an old white guy.
Dude, he
I figured
looks
it was
like
at least a young something. I didn't know if he was white or black, but
in the
I didn't
first
picture him to be old.
In the first or second season of Sons of Anarchy, basically there's this guy that comes back as an FBI agent, and he used to date one of the main characters and whatever. He looks just like this person.
This
And
guy looks like grandfathers of anarchy.
he looks like the guy you interviewed. That's funny. That's funny.
I'm gonna hit you with this
Grandfathers of
2x4.
Anarchy. That's going to be my motorcycle name in 40 years. But
And
this,
he's
great
not
band.
even lying.
this looks like the guy from Billy Madison that you guys interviewed.
Oh, Larry Hankin.
Larry Hankin.
Yeah, that's exactly what he fucking looks like, and I mean, dude, it's insane. And this dude's coming after a cop with a fucking 2x4, hits him, assaults him, and this cop finally unload 12 rounds into this motherfucker, and the dude is still alive, and he's dying on the sidewalk. The guy videotapes the whole thing. It's very, very
So
graphic.
he ends up dying.
Very, very graphic. Oh, hell yeah,
Okay,
he's dead as a motherfucker.
His adrenaline kept him going to where like
Hollow
he's getting
points
shot
explode on impact.
and he's walking towards, like the bullets. He's getting
Okay.
shot. And
He
he's going
dies in the
straight for
street
it.
like a dog.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane.
And he's yelling and
Where
not
did
even
this happen?
blinking.
I could
Probably
go.
Texas. Sounds very Texan or Floridian.
I was gonna say right outside the Miami Herald, probably. So somewhere down south there.
I'm not actually seeing. Oh, this is in Montgomery County, Maryland. Wow, not the state that I thought.
Speaking of Maryland mansions.
Yeah, and he's white too, so he pretty much got what was coming to him. I think everybody kind of agrees.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the cop was, his life was threatened. That board had a nail sticking out of it.
Well,
Could have been tetanus.
dude. If
Shoot him 12 times.
dude. If someone's
12 times not
spanking
too
your
many?
ass with a
No.
2x4, you are well.
I get it.
within
He's
your
being
rights.
attacked, right? But
Yeah,
I don't
and
know,
this
12
dude didn't
times?
stop.
I didn't see
after-
the video.
dude. Yeah, it's you'll see. This guy is a crazed man. He looks like he's on drugs.
When he
for
lit
sure.
him up like the first half a clip, and the guy's still walking towards him.
Yeah.
you finish that
right,
clip.
I guess you
yeah.
keep going.
The
Right.
guy was getting madder as
Right.
the bullets
Right.
were entering. It's fucking insane. All right, let's switch over to something a little bit better. I'm really stoked about this.
Changing gears.
This is from hyperbeast.com, which I'm not exactly sure. Hypebeast, sorry. I'm not exactly familiar with the
Sounds like
actual
a
place.
World
The-
Star outlet.
It does a little bit.
It's the new thing you yell when you hit a cop with a 2x4. Hype beast!
Beast.
Whack! Bam, 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 bam. 12
And the
more
thing
hype
goes,
beasts.
bop, 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 bop. Yeah, I know you guys have seen that fucking. No? Okay. All right. So this is from, like I said, Hype Beast or whatever. I hear tell
Pray tell.
that Workaholics is making a movie.
Well, they got the new podcast, which I don't listen to.
What?
Yeah, remember we talked about it.
talked
the
about
first
this. We
week.
talked about
We
this.
talked about it personally. I don't know if we talked about it on the show,
Not
but
on the air.
I listened to one show and I was like,
Not about it? Now,
I
who
could
does
take it
it
or leave it. I
feature?
haven't gone back.
Who does it have?
Blake, Durs. What are their names? Blake, Durs,
Anders. Oh yeah, Durs.
Adam Devine.
Adam Devine, and their fourth guy who's
The
not
other
part of the
cool
crew.
guy. Yeah.
Kyle.
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 Kyle Newacek. I think it's Kyle Newacek. How did I remember that? I don't know.
Maybe
But
you could just meet in the middle. Kyle.
it's Kyle. No.
Oh.
So it's the four guys that created Workaholics. There's the three that are the stars of the show, and then the one's like an offshoot
The stars?
character, a star.
The
He's an
stars.
offshoot star, and he
Michael
comes on
Myers
occasionally.
approved star.
And he's gone. And
Dr.
so yeah,
Evil.
they host it, and it's like I think it's like they're supposed to be doing like countdown lists.
I was just see,
but they don't list them like that. That's not
I
the
was going to
formula.
ask
the
if
way
it's
they do
kind
it.
of like the Office ladies where they recap
No,
shows.
it's not a.
'cause I would
it's not.
love
I thought that's what it was, and
to
I
be
was
a fly
excited
on the
to.
wall during that.
Yeah.
If I
seriously.
ever-
a
I
little
have
bit
a-
behind the scenes.
Whoa, that was a squeaker.
Yeah.
If I ever have the time to do it and learn to edit, I am going to start my own rewatch podcast. I've already got it
what?
in the plans. I don't want to spill the beans on the show.
Yeah,
You
he
wanna-
was
Because I
telling
don't
me-
want somebody to take my idea.
He
But
was
I told
telling
John,
me
is it
about
a good idea?
It is actually a decent one, and it's a pretty
And
niche and not.
there's so many years of shows to rewatch that I could do it.
Got to be
for
all
years.
in the family.
yeah, and it's not
Nope.
saturated. No,
Nope.
not a bad guess though.
Dude, All in the Family, that is, dude, that show is
It's controversial as fuck.
Bro,
In these days and times.
I read the majority of an article when in the Publix line the other day or a couple of weeks ago, I guess.
Oh,
And
why you were shitting in a Wawa? Oh, wait, that was our show.
No. I was
man.
actually in line,
Let me
and this
tell you.
woman had so much shit. It was the only fucking line open. There was two, and both were just as busy as the last. And
Said 10 items or less. She's like, do 4 transactions.
oh my god, oh dude, oh when that fucking
Fucking die,
coupon
bitch.
book, when
Oh.
that coupon book comes out, dude, I want to kill a motherfucker, dude.
Me and all my kids are separate.
There should be an
Yeah.
extreme couponer line. That's the next.
I've
that's
seen an
the next
extreme
move.
couponer. I've been behind
Of course,
one at Target.
and they're a nightmare. They got all their organized fucking.
They have a
folder
binder.
file.
She had a binder?
Right. They need their own line so that their kind can stand. And I said their kind. What do you mean, those people? Extreme fucking couponers.
You
That's
fucking
what I mean.
couponers.
They
Look,
say
you
it's never
fuckers who
okay
hoard
to hit a
toothpaste
woman.
in your garage. I hate you.
They say it's never okay to hit a woman.
I'm
but I feel
not
like
saying hit her. I'm
it's-
saying put her in the line with her fucking full file folder and her other extreme couponers.
And if you're gonna
get
do
out of
that-
my 10 items or less.
If you're gonna do that shit, organize it. Because then it's been like there's people where they pull out
That's
the
the worst.
envelopes.
You can, it'd be
That's
like
what
if
she
John
had.
Hannon was an extreme couponer.
Bro, she
Separately,
looked like
but
He
she
would
was
just be like, I
filing-
have 70 coupons. They're in my car. I'll be right back.
She looked like me filing my fucking taxes. She had shit all fucking like in kind of ready.
What do you deduct sex toys?
No. I don't put peckers up my butt. What are you talking about?
I didn't say what you did with them.
Yeah, you
Did that? Like that's almost exactly what he does.
No. And I'm like, well, you should use them as a business expense, silly.
He might fold under questioning.
Look, the fact that you sit on a fresh dildo every week for this show puts it as a business expense.
Listen, it feels
John Hannon
it's
told me that.
comfortable up my butt. Dude, did you ever hear that? Oh my God, it was Donald Glover,
Speaking of
wasn't it?
all killer, all filler.
Didn't Donald Glover have a schizophrenic mother who would make him wear an anal plug up his butt? And
I don't think so.
I swear to God,
He was adopted. Maybe his real mother, which is why he was adopted.
okay.
He was like, no more butt plugs, Mom. And then he wrote a killer ass mixtape about
I
it.
thought there was a comedy bit about his butt plug falling out and him having to tell the teacher, and then she was like, "That's not normal for a kid to have a butt plug." Maybe I'm telling this story
No,
wrong.
yeah, that's Glover's not even his last name. It just ties in his lover when he was at a very, very young age, too young, and then a glove.
Are you saying
And
a
don't
young
ask me what
man
the glove does?
was a dong lover?
Well, that is an option.
I got nothing.
It's all speculation. You know what I mean?
on.
You put things out.
You guys
and
make
you
fun of
speculate.
people that were molested, and I don't like that. Now that's both
Just
of
you.
Now that's
I-
both
Just
of you.
you.
I am alleging that you're wrong, and I don't think that was Donald Glover, but I could be wrong.
It could be.
Either
I
way,
don't
let
know.
us know
It
in the
was-
comments, guys.
Somebody said it on the
Look
stage.
it up. Tell us who it was.
I seen it on the moving pictures. All right, so we can get into a few things here. I have two stories that were, both of them are kind of baffling.
Oh, we got 9 minutes.
9 minutes. Okay, so we can do either one of these. There was a girl who made a TikTok of a neighbor beating on her door, and about 9 minutes later, she was killed.
Whoa.
And also, they found a time capsule buried by Paul Revere in Boston.
What?
Yeah.
I figured
Yeah.
it'd be in New York in the Beastie Boys.
Man, that
buried it.
time capsule's got to be like a
Dude, that
tin-
is... I'm sorry. That was a great
like
reference.
that?
Go ahead,
Oh
though.
wait, I didn't hear that.
That's fine. John
God.
stepped on my
Go
rocks.
ahead. Go
I almost
ahead.
want to hear it now. God damn it! Why
He
was
was
I
talking
talking
about the Beastie Boys
It was.
record.
Turns out it was full of brass monkey.
Here's a little story I'd like
Yeah.
to tell.
It was
Go ahead.
buried inside Paul's boutique.
I think his tin's got to be a piece of shit or whatever. he
Also,
put the
was a
stuff in.
driver's license and a license to ill. Go ahead.
So this is what's going on. Of course, a fucking cocksucking ad. That's so funny. So time capsule buried by Paul Revere and Sam Adams, discovered in Boston. Workers fixing a leak in Massachusetts. And judging by the picture here, I've been to Massachusetts, and this looks like Massachusetts.
Massachusetts is a big leak.
It looks weird in Massachusetts. It looks weird. Your house is, I'm not even joking. Your house is closer to the road than I am to my dog. You literally open up these beautiful
Oh, yeah.
mansions with
That's
side
weird.
doors for the slaves, because that's literally how long ago they were built.
Isn't Boston in Maryland? Right?
No, Massachusetts.
Oh, there we go. I knew it's close.
It's
Yeah.
very, yeah.
I was trying to tie it into Maryland Mansion.
Also, the worst highway I've ever been on, by the way. Literally, if you get on a fucking street, if you're on the highway in Boston, I forget the one that goes through it, something, whatever. Anyways, as soon, like in Florida,
something.
in Florida, how you know how like you get like a little bit of room before it merges into traffic?
Yeah.
Literally in Boston,
Oh, yeah.
it goes straight into the road. And they're coming.
I feel like that's a lot of cities. There's
a bunch
times where
of
I'm
assholes.
driving in the city and I feel like I'm going to knock off like all the mirrors on the sides of the cars that are parked on the road. And yeah, like there's hardly no room.
You're drunk.
People here in Florida, people here in Florida need to like appreciate how much space they have in their lanes.
You have
and-
to account for how crazy people are in Florida because I think it's the heat. I blame it on the heat.
Yeah, you give them
the
an extra
heat,
foot.
it's the influx of people from all over the world.
There's a lot of old
Some of
people
them don't
driving.
drive.
They,
Old
they
people?
vote too. Those people vote. If they're driving, they're voting.
Are you toasting?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. You had
yeah,
your-
we can.
Cheers to Florida's worst pedestrian death rate in the country. Cheers.
He had his drink up. He was just like, and another thing about old people.
fancy. Drinking my White Claw.
Speaking of blue hairs,
Well, and yeah, this is-
grandfathers of anarchy.
Don't ask me what blue herring means.
I would love to do that. To have a
We're a
grandfather-
rascal gang.
Yeah, you got the 3-wheel, the trike.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess they So according to
favorite music?
historical
Jazzy.
accounts. Oh, dude, I hate jazz. Just play the right notes, dude. We have this new guy at work, and he plays a lot of jazz over the speakers. And I'm not gonna lie, I probably annoy him way more with my music than he does with his. But it is weird the shit you hear. It's just a fucking old horn whistling through
Yeah.
a sewer pipe. It's awful.
No,
And it's got a weird rhythm and tempo.
Your music is consistent. Yeah, there's like four
yeah.
or five like audio eruptions in jazz music. You know,
Again.
Not my
like,
favorite.
oh,
Yeah, when they do
shit.
that shit. God damn, if you have the speakers up too.
you don't even work up to that. You just go there, and you're just already from
Much
50 to
rather
100.
listen to scat music.
No.
I'm a scat man. All right, so
not much of a scat man.
yeah, so in Massachusetts, I guess basically, according to historical accounts, Samuel Adams, who had then become governor of Massachusetts, Paul Revere, and William Scollay, I guess, placed
Justice Scalia's dad.
placed the original time capsule in 1795. And I guess some construction workers found this motherfucker, and I can't see what's in.
I'm surprised they found it. I heard there was sabotage.
there.
It's hard to.
I'm running out here, guys.
How do you even confirm that this is them?
Yeah,
How
exactly.
do you
Right?
know
Well,
that?
it turns out it was full of shitty beer. Must have been Sam Adams.
Oh, I like some Sam Adams. I like
That makes one of us.
Oktoberfest is my roommate's
I
favorite
know.
beer.
Big Wiener Paul loves
and
it.
Big Wiener Paul. And maybe that's the secret to having a big wiener.
That's
is being the
exactly.
only guy
I don't
in town
drink
that likes that fucking
Oktoberfest.
beer.
Maybe I should.
Yeah.
Maybe it would help things. Just saying.
The secret to having a big wiener is toffee.
Toffee?
That's what's in the beer.
Oh yeah.
That's why.
I
that
thought you
beer
just had to
is-
pull your dick like taffy.
Oh.
A part of me thought he was lying too. I was like, "Is this fucking for real?"
I have
He
no
plays that
Pull
game
it like
sometimes.
taffy.
Pull
Oh
it
yeah,
like-
I do. I will lie to you. Just looking at the camera, I will lie to you. I
will.
don't give a fuck.
Cold-blooded.
Sweet
then-
dreams are made of these.
And then choke on my
Oh.
spit. The 113-year-old container had been encased in the head of a golden lion statue on top of a building. Yeah, exactly.
Whoa! So it wasn't even underground.
Yeah, there's a lot of letters, photographs, newspaper articles to be found in near perfect condition.
Were
That
there
is
any, like,
fucking
maps of the
insane.
stars?
I don't know about
Anything
any of that.
intergalactic planetary.
It was placed.
What's the point of even?
I heard they found it on that roof, and then a dude was like, "Hey guys, I found it." Drop. And they had to go down to the ground to open
They
it up.
pick it up. They dropped
Yep.
it. I don't know if there.
I
What's the
don't
point
know
of doing
whether
a
to laugh
time?
or cry.
If there's a time capsule and you're not ever going to go back to it before you pass away, what's the point of doing it?
I don't know. It seems like a sure shot to fail.
Well, okay, so this is what I don't get about time capsules is when you tell people, like the Nickelodeon one, we all know what's in it because they
Yeah.
told people 100 times what's in
What's
it.
in it? I don't know.
Yeah.
The Nickelodeon one's full of slime.
Oh, dude. I watched somebody get slimed the other day. It was
You can't
fucking
do that
hilarious.
on time capsule television.
No, you can't. You're
Don't.
fucking-
What's in it? Don't say I don't know.
We both
You're
went
getting
for the fart
slimed.
machine at the same
That's
time.
how you know. That's how you know it's a good joke is when two people are reaching for the
Yeah.
fucking fart machine.
What
at the
happened to
same time.
the other one? The
We
pump
have
fart.
that,
That one's
somewhere.
lame.
No, we have it. We do have it.
That one sucks, though.
It might be at my girlfriend's house. We'll see about that
I
one.
Yeah.
keep my secondary fart guns at my girlfriend's house too. Makes
Dude,
sense.
You farted earlier and it sounded.
Like one of the. It
Yeah,
sounded like that. It was silent but deadly.
Rocky came out like a little.
Wow, that's not what it sounded like.
Kind of.
Rocky came out like a little kid, and he was like, "Coleman just farted," and it sounded exactly.
Honestly, where I did, I was standing in the kitchen and it was pointed towards the back of the kitchen and it worked like a speaker box. I feel like it
Yeah.
resonated.
Yeah, he didn't fart on me, which was nice.
No, it's
So
thoughtful.
let's get the F out of here. I love you guys. I'm sorry that the show took so long to come out. We'll try to keep on that shit. I take a lot of responsibility for that. We've been very, very busy. All three of us work, and we have conflicting schedules sometimes.
Yeah, Rocky and I work in restaurants mostly nights, and then John's a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday.
Yeah,
and I've been
so-
trying to even get a weekend day off, and it's like pulling fucking teeth.
And then when
Yeah.
stuff like deaths in the family or car accidents happen and stuff, it's
We've all had
really-
some stuff go on, and
makes it
we're
hard.
gonna
deaths,
try to save you guys.
lives. John got a new nephew.
Yeah,
Really?
That's
Anyway.
true too. Yeah,
That's
that
fun.
was another
Yeah.
distraction.
His
going
brother
on.
banged some chick, knocked her up.
That's not how you.
I got married
break
or
the
somewhere in
news
there
to
too, though.
everybody. a life was born.
Well,
Or
I was
a
just
cluster
saying
of cells
that-
was born.
See, I just want to be like, my brother's still fucking.
Yeah, dude.
pimp.
Getting
Get
some
it.
stank on the hang low.
Oh yeah,
Smells like red herring.
There's proof now.
Can we call this episode "Stank on the Hang Low"?
Yeah. Sure.
All right, guys.
I was going to call it "Fight for Your Right to Time Capsule," but that's fine.
No, I like stank on the hang low. All
That's
right,
better.
guys, we will be back as soon as possible. We love you so much. Thank you for chilling with us. We got a lot in the works. Funny to informing you guys still dropping shows at least once a week or when you can.
Every week on Tuesday,
there you
Every
go.
week, yep.
Check
unless
it out.
it's Wednesday or Thursday.
And we're gonna at some point. I mean, I know that we keep saying this, but at some point we're gonna do something, a get together.
Things are opening up, and a lot of places have outside areas now. So
Yeah.
we definitely need to do a meetup.
We could do
for everybody
a
at an
wing
outdoor
crawl,
venue.
a socially distanced wing crawl. We can bring the thermometer, make sure nobody's got a fucking
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Does that even
See, I
work?
don't even want to do it if it's like that.
That's
you know what I mean.
Just fucking be responsible and
But
show up and wear your
As
fucking
soon
mask.
as you come in,
and don't
Coleman's
touch
gonna
everybody.
fart on you, and then you're blessed.
There's
And then-
that.
Don't show up and be touching on my candy.
Yeah, I think I think we're getting pretty close to being able to do something though.
Something. We'll figure it out. All right,
We're
guys.
getting
We
close.
love you so much. Episode 1.
200.
We'll be back maybe next week.
Unless we're sabotaged.
We out this month until further notice.
We out this month.